Not in a friendship and a business, a partnership. No.
As we know, because both me and Ogechi have gone through some trials and tribulations just in between this book, that
Yeah.
life to you to life, and it life's real hard. So, and
Definitely, like, sorry, the last year when we wrote the book, I lost my father, and so I that was definitely really, really hard to continue writing the book, but Sana really helped me out and was like, "Okay, I got you. I'm gonna help you with XYZ." So if she wasn't my friend, she would probably already expect me to do X, Y, and Z, right? So yeah.
well, the thing is, I lost my dad 4 or 5 years ago, so I already knew that when you lose a parent or anyone close to you, your brain just doesn't want a brain, and you are hanging on by a thread. And so, of course, I would have taken on as much as I could just to make sure she was okay, because I know it was a hard time.
Hey man, your dog is super trained, but mine never listens to me.
That's because I just signed up for a dog training course in the community app. It notifies you of all classes happening within a 10-mile radius and has many options. They've got literally everything from dog training classes to dance classes.
No way. You mean I can get my dog trained and learn dancing?
Yeah, install the app right now and see for yourself.
Aluva Life Greens actually started for me when I was 23 years old. I went out and bought a $400 industrial juicer, and I started juicing every single week. And I hated it. It took so much time, it cost money, and it was a process. That's when I started making the Life Greens product. It truly is the one drink that you should take every day for the rest of your life.
My name is Amy, and I absolutely love fitness. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and a professional makeup artist. Eating healthy is not the easiest thing. We get so busy in our lives, it's really hard to take the time to eat healthy and to eat right. My absolute favorite thing about this product is that they combine reds, greens, and probiotics in one mix. You put it in your water and you shake it up and voila, it's so easy and it tastes amazing. You'll feel a difference. Then you start believing that you really can change and that you can actually feel better.
Hello, everybody. I am so happy to be with you today because we have some amazing guests in the backstage right now. That if you are looking to be inspired, if you're looking for something amazing for your young children to read and be able to immerse themselves into culture and be able to see the importance of representation and also the joy of traveling at a young age, well, this book is going to captivate the mind and the hearts of your young readers, as well as take the family on an amazing journey of self-exploring, learning about culture, bringing family back together as one. So without further ado, let's bring on our featured guest, which is Dr. Ogechi, and also her amazing co-author. They collab on this, honey. Tina. So welcome to the show.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. So first we're going to start with Dr. Ogechi. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I have a doctorate degree. I'm a physical therapist. I have it in physical therapy. Um, I'm from Tennessee. I was born and raised in Nashville. Um, I got my undergrad in Chattanooga and my doctorate degree in Johnson City. They're small areas. I am I'm a first generation Nigerian American. So our first book was actually in Nigeria because of that reason. And then I just love all Africa and everything Black. So that's what helped us to grow this book telling story. But yeah, that's
Awesome.
pretty much it.
All right, well, thank you. And now, Sanya, it's your turn. Tell us a little bit about you and how you guys came along to do this amazing collaboration.
Well, my name is Sana Wind, and I am a Memphis native. I'm actually in Memphis right now, but I do live primarily in Chattanooga. Like Ogechi said, we actually met in college at UTC, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and we actually one day she called me out of the blue during the pandemic, I think 2021, and she was like, Sana, what can we do to find some way to be more independent, look for ways to make some passive income or just some type of different income than working our 9 to 5s. And we started with a couple of different ideas, but then we landed on both wanting to do some type of children's book. Well, she wanted to do a children's book, I wanted to do an activity book. And so with our powers combined, we said, why don't we put it together? Because I don't think we ever seen like a storybook inside an activity book. So we wanted to do that. And then I think Ogechi, you got some feedback saying that they needed more, they wanted more story character development. So we decided to branch off and make a story and activity book. And so that's where Adventures of Ada came to life. It started off as a rough draft that I did over like one night. And Ogechi was like, this is beautiful. And we just kept on going. We kept on going, kept on going. And now we're on book 2, Adventures of Ada in Kenya.
I love it. I love it. Matter of fact, you guys, I know you're looking at them and saying, I think I know these. I know these women. Well, guess what? Yes, you do, because we was very fortunate to have these young ladies on season 6 of the Tina Ramsay Show. So you saw them when they first launched the book, and now look, all of these years later, they're still going strong, and now they're here in season 8, introducing you to yet another amazing activity. So what we're gonna do right now, because just in case I need to do a quick rewind so you can remember what brought them here first. We're going to take you back and let you see what brought them here the first time with their amazing first book. And then I know you'll remember who they are because you've got the book at your house probably. Ogechi, Dr. Ogechi, let me tell you something. The way that this book, and I love that you and Sana, y'all really put together the book in such a way where it's interactive. And children now learn better, being that we have so much information so quickly and fast, that we learn better by working with it hands on. It's very engaging. So what inspired you guys to, you kind of talked about it a little bit, but what made you say, okay, first we're going to go to Nigeria, and now we're taking her to Kenya?
Well, of course, it was Nigeria, is where my family is from, first generation. So that was really important that we had to do it there first, if that makes sense. Like, I have the most experience because that's where I'm from. And then Kenya, I think that was a mutual decision, just because we've heard about Kenya. We know the book, it talks about, it drops the fact that Barack Obama's from Kenya, and we think it's really important to correlate, like, for kids to understand that maybe Africa and America, North America, aren't too different, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, I think that's pretty much why we tried to do Kenya too. I mean, it's a good story. It's a nice, lovely story. We were both excited about it. We wanted it to have like more of a loving feel, so it has a great inspirational story about friendship and loneliness. So yeah, we just wanted to tell the story.
Yeah, and I would say that we were trying to put a little bit of, not like a full morality tale or anything, just a little something just to equate, because I know during COVID we all felt loneliness and the lacking of friendship, and so you see that in this story, and you also get a chance to see um, a father figure comfort their daughter, because sometimes we typically only see like moms being the emotional comfort, and so we did that because we know that there are a lot of great Black dads out there who are emotional and loving to their families, and we want to do that as well for our fathers out there. So
I absolutely love that you said that, because one thing that I see that the both of you stand strong on, is that representation matters.
yeah.
And we know that so often within our culture, our Black or brown fathers are not represented in the most positive light. So the fact that you decided to give children that representation, and also change the narrative to make the dad the emotional one, the one that helped with the emotions, and be able to be providing that, because usually we think about the dad as the protector, the one, but the provider. So the fact that you're doing that shows a different side. I mean, I experienced that with my dad. So I just think that it's just absolutely amazing that you guys that you infuse these, I say these emotional cues, as well as the representation, seeing Black father in the household with their child or children. So love it, love it, love it. So for parents who are looking for that next best book, activity book, why should they buy this particular book, activity book?
Can I go? Can I take that, Ogechi?
Sure.
Well, I think one, because it can be very dual for if you have multiple children in your home. So with the activity books, we've learned that our younger kiddos, from probably the ages of 1 to 8, may really enjoy the activity books because they're working on those fine motor skills. It's also a little bit shorter. We still have a story in there, but it's still shorter. That way, your younger kids can kind of keep up, or their attention span is on there. And then the second one, the storybook, it's still beautiful. It has the story element, but you have a little bit of a more challenge because we have a lot more words for the kids to get through, and trying to expand their vocabulary for our older kiddos who are about 9 and above. So we try to range it between K through 3rd grade. So we have it for everyone, at least in those younger age brackets. It's beautifully done. It's about a little Black girl going to Africa, learning about the continent. It's about a family that loves each other. And we also, I don't know, I'm a little biased, but I think it's something that you don't see a lot out there. I know when we were doing our market research, I did not find a lot of books about Americans traveling to Africa. And I feel very blessed to be that person to bring that to the forefront, me and Ogechi, because I feel like we have always been separated from Africa, from our knowledge, from our experience, and having just the kids and the parents get to kind of explore together a little bit. I think it's very important. I think it's very important to have.
I agree. I agree. So what we're going to do right now, we've been talking about this book. They telling you why they're so passionate about this book. So I love to give you guys visuals. So let's go on a journey right now and see what's going on in the adventures of Kenya. Wow, that was absolutely amazing. And I'm going to bring them back on right now. I absolutely love, and I noticed that she grew up a little bit since the last one. She just blossoming up. So I just love the fact that it's not only a book, it's not just a book, it's like a time capsule, because you're actually growing up with her. So, and she just looking so cute too. But anyway, but I love the attention to detail that you guys put inside this amazing book slash activity. I feel that it's going to be very relevant in the now of which we're living in, and the fact that you're being able to figure out how to navigate emotions, education, and fun all in one book. Because listen, children don't want to really do too much of anything if it's not fun. Okay. And so the fact that you're able to balance all of those things as well as speak about topics and be able to, because most kids recognize who President Obama is. You know, they pretty much, even from one, they're like Obama, so the fact that you encourage and also you included that in the book, I think is remarkable because it's putting that history in there, so that the children can, get more curious. So, so now we know she went to Nigeria. Now she's in Kenya. Do we see her traveling to any more countries, any more books in your guys' future?
Yeah.
Well, yes, definitely her next book will be in Ghana. We're excited to do Ghana. I'm very excited about this because, I guess everybody, it has some element of coming home, I guess, because, a lot of people in the diaspora are trying to come back home. And a lot of people go to Ghana. So it has that element in it, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
Also, it has the family component in it, which is exciting because I always love to show like a supportive family in these books because, not every family is like a fragmented family. Um, yeah, I'm really excited about it. I love Ghana. So I'm very, very excited about
Yeah.
Ghana being our next book.
Yes, I feel like going to Ghana is just getting, because I've never been to Africa yet. It's still on my goal list. I'm gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Well, Ogechi, you've been there, but I know with Ghana, I would definitely love to go to Ghana because we have a really great story planned for that. We have the outline. We're going to start working on that probably in the next month or so, just to get it out by 2024. Wow, time keeps going, and we have some great things ready for each country. We want to get to each country in Africa. That is our goal.
Definitely. Yeah.
So make sure y'all buy the books. Like, just buy them all.
So where can they find the book?
Amazon.com. You can find by searching Adventures of Ada, or you can go to our website, adventuresofada.com, and that way it can actually take you directly to the Amazon links. That way they can pick it up as well.
All right, you guys, as you can see, this is their beautiful website where you can see everything that they have to offer, including merch, because you know how it is with us when we absolutely love a book or love a product. We want to wear the merch too. So make sure you go on and support these amazing authors, and also give some reviews. Let them see your child actively working inside of this beautifully made book and activity book. And this is just one place that you can go. Like she said before, you can also go to Amazon as well to purchase this book. But of course, get the merch as well. Take a selfie so we can see it, and tag the Tina Ramsay Show so that we can tag them and we can make this right here a real nice, positive social media share. Okay. All right. Because we want to travel until we get there. Let's just travel through this book until we get there in the flesh.
We might have to put like a list of things you can do in each country. Once, I think that might be a good idea. Go here, go here, go
here. Yes, it would be. So I want to just speak to you for a moment, Asena. You actually have a podcast, right?
I do. Yes, ma'am.
So I cannot let you leave without telling the people about your podcast, the name of it, and how they can tune in.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And before I do that, I want to say congratulations on your 2 more years, season 8. That's amazing. I love to see the growth because I follow you in a couple of Facebook groups. So big ups to you. But my podcast is called Cosigns and Tangents. So on Cosigns and Tangents podcast. And I like to talk to people about their mental health, especially Black men and men of color. I talk a lot I talk a lot to entrepreneurs and about their mental health. Because I know one question I started asking was like, as an entrepreneur, how's your mental health? And a lot of people are like, people don't ask that. And I'm like, okay, there's a need in a conversation. So I've started going down those lines, keeping it in with the mental health aspect, but still talking to a lot of entrepreneurs, especially in Chattanooga, about their endeavors and just how are they doing mentally and how do they keep present and keep grounded. Just because as me and Ogechi are entrepreneurs, even though we still work a main gig, and the burnout is real. And so I feel like we all need to talk about that.
I agree with you 100%. And so, as entrepreneurs, as regular 9 to 5ers or whatever, you might find yourself doing both until you get to the level that you want to, when you can finally let go one of the other. But the fact of the matter is, we can see within our country that mental health is playing a crucial role in how we engage or not engage with each other. And the fact that we're not talking about it, the fact that we're not making it common language, common knowledge, and to break the stigma that's associated with a lot of different things. And so I'm glad that your podcast is addressing those topics, because we need as much help as we can get so that we can start breaking these cycles of mental, I don't like to say mental illness, I like to say mental awareness, because once you're aware, you can do better. Okay. Yeah. And so so I appreciate you doing that. Are you taking guests to come on your show, or is it a solo show?
I most definitely am. Like I have a calendar app that I can set up guests on my website. It's cosign CO dash, well, no. No dash in there, so it's COSIGN and tangents.com. So
you guys, I'm gonna tell her to send me the link so we can make sure y'all can just click it. Y'all can click it, because y'all not gonna type it up. Y'all know you're not gonna type it. Y'all want to click it. Okay, so she gonna send the link, so don't worry about it for those of you who are watching and listening in later on. But yeah, so if you guys want to be a featured guest on her show, you'll go over there to see what requirements are and talk about all of those different topics. Also, along those lines, ladies, I want to just wrap this up with this question. You guys it's just remarkable. You're inspiring to me. It's very hard to find good people to work with on book projects of this magnitude. And so the fact that you're still going strong, I want you to celebrate yourselves, okay? Showing that you're breaking the stigma that Black women can't work together, people of color can't do it, okay, especially women. And so the fact that you're doing that and you're doing such an amazing job and you're just building and the growth, you can't deny the growth. You can't deny that. So congratulations on all your success. Congratulations on the book and many, many books to come. I know you guys are going to have many, many books to come in the future, and you're always welcome to come back to the show. But what advice would you say to aspiring writers, whether they want to be a solo or they want to be a co-author, something similar to what you're doing today? What little bit of advice, one little tip that you can kind of give them, and you can do one by one, whoever speak first and the other will speak next.
One piece of advice is hard. I'm going to try to do several. Sorry, but be quick.
You can do more. Okay. I just didn't want to make you be on the hot seat and think you got to get a whole itinerary.
Okay, I would say be focused, stay on task. If you want to do something, then do it. Don't let anybody say, oh, you can't do it. And also realize that when you're doing something that you don't have to do it by yourself. You can always seek help, other places, other people. It's really important not to do everything by yourself because you might be overwhelmed. It's okay to reach out and ask for help. Yeah.
It's hard not to kind of go just co-sign everything you just said because it's true. Definitely communication. I feel like I've learned a lot about communicating with Ogechi, because not only in our friendship and our partnership, I take that open and level amount of communication to everywhere I go. Just because I found that it's a lot more easier to just be honest about how we feel in that moment than to hold on to it, because that was one of my biggest things. Definitely just start. Like, there's so many ideas. I know everybody has an idea that they know if they would just commit to it, that they can make something out of it. Just start. If you are scared, just do it scared. I'm always scared. Ogechi, I have anxiety all day. So I just do things scared and just keep on going. And also have an amazing partner that you can trust with your emotions. And girl, like, I really appreciate that. Someone I can actually talk to with about the emotions that I have and feelings, and feel heard. So yeah.
Oh, now don't y'all make me cry now.
I'm
Stop. That is just beautiful. So as you just heard, you guys, you need to stay focused. You also need to learn to open yourself up to having to connecting with the right person for a book collaboration or whatever it is that you want to do. Many times we want to be on that island by ourselves because of past hurt, past trauma, past pain, or just the fear of not knowing, and we stay in the sphere of inactivity. But we don't want to do that. If you have to do it scared until you get some confidence. If you still don't get no confidence, keep doing it until you get the confidence. But just don't. And so I appreciate everything that you're doing, and also having a business partner that actually listens to the complete entrepreneur. That's what I heard. Not just so much of dealing just with the business part, but you as a person, because you can't separate it. I don't care how much people think they can. You can't separate the emotional person from you just can't.
Not in a friendship and a business, a partnership. No.
As we know, because both me and Ogechi have gone through some trials and tribulations just in between this book, that life to you to life, and it life's real hard. So
Definitely, like sorry, the last year when we wrote the book, I lost my father, and so that was definitely really, really hard to continue writing the book. But Sana really helped me out and was like, okay, I got you. I'm gonna help you with XYZ. So if she wasn't my friend, she would probably already expect me to do X, Y, and Z, right? So yeah.
Well, the thing is, I lost my dad 4 or 5 years ago, so I already knew that when you lose a parent or anyone close to you, your brain just doesn't want to brain, and you are hanging on by a thread. And so, of course, I would have taken on as much as I could just to make sure she was okay, because I know it was a hard time. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why we wrote Kenya the way we did. I think unconsciously, because I didn't really think about it until I was talking about how we both lost our fathers, and we made sure our fathers were at the head of that emotional moment for Ada. And so I think that was probably like an unconscious love letter to our dads. So it's like, yeah, because my dad wasn't great with the emotions, but he tried. He was an old black man, so emotions were a little bit far away from him, but he definitely tried his best, and I loved him for it.
Well, that's all that matters, and that he was visible, he was present in your life. And so I had no idea. So when I'm thinking about all of what you guys doing in Kenya, this is way more than just a book. This is like a testament of resilience of what you was going through. And also, like you said, I love how you said it's like a love letter to your dad. How often do you hear daughters do something that special for their dads? Okay, and now you're creating this pattern of celebration of good fathers, instilling it in young children. Kudos to you. That's all I have to say. Making all the daddies smile. All the black men smile, and they finally getting they just do. They finally getting it. So you guys go pick up the book on today. As you can see, it's scrolling on the back. I want you guys to say Adventures of what?
Ada.
Baby. So go get your book. Go get it from Amazon. I really want you guys to make sure that you go over there and get some of the merch. Make sure to tag make sure to tag the Tina Ramsay Show on any social media platform. Take a photo with the book, with the merch, whatever they're doing with the adventures. You tag us, and we will make sure we spotlight you. And we'll do a little something extra. When you tag us, you can also put your business website to the very bottom, and I'll tell my team to copy and paste it and give you a little spotlight for showing love to our girls over here, okay? Now, that's usually something that you have to pay. That ain't free. That's a fee. But when you spread the love, that's what happens. So, ladies, thank you so much for coming on, sharing your personal story, also taking us on a journey. That was like a year or two ago when you first came on the show, and just seeing not only how you have grown, but how the character has grown over the years. When I saw the new video, I was like, she grew up. The baby, she grew up so. Like, I'm emotionally attached to the character, and I'm a grown woman. So I'm just like I just love seeing you guys grow. You're such an inspiration. Thank you so much for being a featured guest on our show, and you're welcome back anytime.
All right, so at this time, we are welcoming author, podcast, businesswoman, coach, podcast influencer, Coach Tina Ramsay.
What up, family? CTR Media Network. Yeah. Best in the biz. Yeah. Join the team. CTR is who we are, the media network, that's the best by far. Whether you listen at your home, at your job, in your car, come get the information that's needed above par. Never lasting, motivational podcasting, giving you the answers to the questions that you're asking. Serious talks and topics, how to come up and profit, how to better yourself, your health is here, we got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR is who we are, the media network that's the best by far, you know. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. Your health is here, we got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR is who we are, the media network that's the best by far, you know. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network.